Welcome to our Urban Pulse brand strategy presentation. I'm Hunter Giddings. As you know, we've been doing this brand strategy together. So first we need to take a look at what went wrong last time. Our data shows that we have failed to successfully reach our intended target audience. We're selling to the wrong people. We are currently doing in-store as our main market, which just goes after an older audience, which is just not what Urban Pulse is going after. Urban Pulse would like to go after the new Gen Z millennial market. And most of that shopping through that demographic is done through e-commerce. So what I'm suggesting is we need to make a big change to our marketing. Here's a couple of statistics for you. Over here, we've got just our quarterly revenue trends, showing over the quarters how much money we were losing. Over here, we've got our quarterly profit and loss trends. Again, this is just another visualization of the same data. Quarter one, we start pretty high up, and then we go down gradually. And then going from quarter two to quarter three, we just had a huge drop and it continued to stay down. Not great. Continuing on this path, the company is going to go bankrupt. Now here we've got our aggregate revenue expenses. Pretty much it's just going to show, revenue, expenses, profit, and loss. Everything in the hazards is going to be your losses. Everything that's green is your profit. In no company whatsoever business should we be having only one of our locations profiting, and just barely. I mean, it's sad. We've got to change some things for sure. What I'm suggesting is we just go ahead and liquidate, 6 of those locations. We'll go ahead and come back here for a second. Go ahead and keep the Tulsa location just because Tulsa's loss is only at 26,000. It's not as bad as any of the other stores. Your next lowest loss is at $48,750. All of these companies are, or all these locations are spending more money, way more money than we're making. But the flagship, that one's still profiting. And with a couple of changes, I think we can make that profit even skyrocket more. Right here shows our demographics, which we talked about a little bit earlier. This is just, again, showing the change needs to be done. We're just, yeah, we're not selling to the right people. In-store preference is not what we're aiming for, and that's what the older demographic seems to like. Over here, this is our budget after we liquidate the stores. Doing a good little bit of math, we're going to be able to get a good 40.5 million out of the locations. Adding that to the budget, we're going to be able to get quite a bit. And I suggest we expand our budget a good bit to about 10.5 million. That way we still have 37.5 million surplus. That way, any changes you personally want to make, if you feel like opening another location somewhere else, this is money to do that. This is your money. With that 10.5 extra money, we're going to be, or budget, we're going to be able to do a lot more in store as well as e-commerce. We can fix it for sure. So right here, we've got our in-store upgrades. This is the main thing you're looking at. I know you're very reluctant to sell your stores. We're going to include digital kiosks, self-checkout systems. We're going to hold events just to, promote people coming in, and then even limited edition merchandise that is only in store. Think of like a Supreme, these big designer, companies that have 1 or 2 outlets, but they have products that only sell inside those outlets. That's what we're going for. We want to be, that chic luxury fitness company. Right here, we've set aside about 3.5 million for e-commerce. We're going to go into website redesigning. We're going to make sure our website looks nice, modern, and catches your eye for sure. With that, we're going to include AI personalization. Essentially, this is just going to be AI that's going to help you find what you're looking for. and then a chatbot for customer service in case anybody needs help with their purchases or needs to get in contact with you. Um, on top of all this AI we're adding in, we're also going to put in some AR virtual try-on stuff. This is just customers able to try on their clothes before they buy it, ensuring that you don't have tons of returns coming in. They're going to know what it looks like on them before they buy it. And this will be really good for your e-commerce marketing, just so you're not constantly doing with having to ship back and send money back. That's not a fun process. Right here, we've got our digital marketing. This is just promoting our business pretty much. Social media. The biggest thing on here is probably influencer partnerships. You get a good influencer behind your name, and you're immediately going to be, making some revenue. Uh, Email marketing and retargeting. That's just cheap labor that we're able to send out and get our name out there a bit more. Customer loyalty program. So whenever we had that big deal last year that went a little bankrupt, or not bankrupt, but just went bad, um, that kind of hurt our brand loyalty. I think people are kind of feeling betrayed by the company almost. But with this customer loyalty program, they're going to be able to get a lot more back from the company without us hurting. This is going to help boost our brand image much more, and help people see us more as a face rather than a price tag. With that, I have everything put together in a small little summary. This is just a broad look at where all the funds are going. I know a big thing for you is making sure your money is in a good place. And then this is just reassurance. Over here, we got some visualization of that. This is just to help you better see. I know numbers can be overwhelming, hard to look at sometimes. This is more of a just a visualization. It's a pie chart, lets you see where your money's going better. Over here, this is a predicted growth chart. This is essentially me gauging how my services are going to help your company. Over here on our baseline growth, this little gray line, this is only 5% annual growth. This is as if nothing really changes. You're going to be progressing at the same amount. You're still going to have a lot more money at the end of the year just because all those locations we liquidated, it puts a lot more money in your pocket. But again, that was money you already had in those locations. The moderate growth right here, this is the most likely of what will happen with this. Again, this is significant growth. 15% is pretty great. Big boost, money coming in all the way. This is what's most expected. This is if everything goes to plan. Each of these marketing strategies that we're going after, e-commerce, in-store, social media, digital marketing, and the loyalty program, all that, if that comes together, works really well. This is what we're kind of looking at. Now, if something crazy happens and Urban Pulse blows up within the year and it just becomes the next big thing, everybody on TikTok's over it. We got the best influencer who raised our sales through the roof. This optimistic growth is what we're looking at. This is a 25% annual growth. You'll be rolling in dough by the end of the year if this is what happens. And that's not too far out of sight. With everything we're doing, that's a very obtainable thing to happen. Again, the moderate growth is more what we're looking for, but the optimistic growth is there. With that being said, that was the rest of my presentation. If you have any other questions or anything, feel free to shoot me an email. I'd be more than happy to run over those with you. And thank you again for your time.